What's up, guys? My name is Skulls, and this is a new series I'm going to do, and I think it's pretty cool. And just as an introduction, it's called Forgotten Faces, and it's called that for a reason. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to get into it. But the whole logic behind this, why I want to do this, is because there are a lot of people that have influenced me, and a lot of people that didn't get credit like they deserved or like they should have. And for me personally, when I think about my YouTube channel, I've been blessed with the fact that there are maybe 30 or 40 YouTubers that actually post Halo 2 content, and only a few of them are active. So the pool of people, I get a lot, basically what I'm trying to say is I get a lot more attention for my content just because the pool of people making content similar to mine is so small. Um, and it's always been kind of important to me to acknowledge people that have helped me, and I think even more so now that Halo 2 is coming back and we know that for sure, and we know we're gonna, whatever. I think it's really important that there are certain people that get credit for basically being awesome, because for better or for worse, they may have released a video that wasn't well respected at the time, or they just didn't get enough exposure. For whatever reasons, there are a lot of great people in this community over the years that have been overlooked for a variety of reasons. And I think this is kind of my opportunity to, one, thank the people that have helped influence me or help me become a better player, but also, two, to enlighten the community, because there are so many new people in this community. There are so many new people around that I think having a refresher lesson on what Halo montages used to be like, or clip standards, kind of, giving a little background on that stuff, I think would be really important, because we have Halo 2 coming again. And yeah, anything I can do to help people be more prepared, people understand the standards, anything I can do to help around anywhere, I'll probably try and make a video about it. And that's really all I have to say about this series. And I'll probably do one semi-regularly whenever I think of someone. And I really have about 5 or 6 lined up right now. If you want to PM me any suggestions, then feel free to go ahead. You can also hit me up on Skype as well. So episode 1 is going to be a guy named KurtiZ, and just all around dude. And I have a soft spot for KurtiZ because I used to live in New Zealand when I was younger, and he's obviously from New Zealand. Really pioneered that scene over there. Really cool dude. And I've never met him. I've never spoken to him, but he is probably the single greatest influence on me as far as how I approach my gameplay. Super talented glitch guy, and he was really doing this stuff at a time when no one even knew what was going on. This is when his 2006 montage, which didn't get hosted until 2007 on the Halo forum, or it was H2F back then. For whatever reason, Z just held on to it for months and months and months, and it never got released until 2007. But his 2006 montage had RBXs, double shot, multi kills, really a lot of progressive gameplay that people didn't really understand at the time, and two, people didn't really respect at the time for whatever reasons. This KurtiZ 2006 Taj is probably for the time period it was released, probably the best gameplay you'll see, in accordance with the time frame that it actually came out. Obviously, there is better gameplay nowadays, but I think there's something to be said for doing something first, or for popularizing something, or really being at the forefront of a new trend. And KurtiZ certainly didn't invent RRBX by any means, but he fucking annihilated people with it for a long, 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 long time. And the way he would just bust it out, he was a super smooth player. His sniper is super solid, and he just overall was an exciting player to watch. And I wish I had been around to play with him. I wish I had been around to see more of him. Unfortunately, I was out of the scene, but I did see this montage when it first came out, and I was just fucking blown away. And you can see in the comments section on H2F, like, people are like, how is he killing people? How is he BXRing without a full clip? Like, there's like 90% of people who watched that montage when it first came out had no fucking clue what was going on. It's just fucking wild. But more than the glitches, his clips had a definite flavor to them. Being from New Zealand, all of his clips that weren't in New Zealand or Australian customs, like matchmaking and all that stuff, those clips had a really special style to them, because you could just tell it was a KurtiZ clip because it was so fucking laggy. And you get that kind of reaction, you get those big body launches, stuff like that. You get that on XBC. But this was a time when people didn't really have that style, because, most people making montages at that time were American and playing on at least fairly solid hosts. So there's definitely a lot of intangible factors like that when you approach his gameplay, and overall, just probably to this day, some of the most respected Force clips in Halo 2 you'll ever find. And the one that comes to mind is actually in his 2007 montage. He gets a snipe triple on lockout. They're playing ball. And he jumps from top mid to fucking sword and snipes the ball guy in the head as he's falling down for the kill tack. You know, really just next level stuff that I don't think people have ever tried to replicate, and I'm not sure people really can replicate. And I think that's born out of evolving as a Halo player in a completely different community than what we're used to in America or in Europe. They definitely have their own culture around there, and so that's kind of a good segue into the beginning of the '06 montage. He actually has tournament footage, and he was really one of the first players to use actual tournament footage in a montage, which I think is another seriously underrated part of his '06 video. And you can hear the crowd screaming in the background, and like he's like fucking indie games and shit, and it's a really wild scene for him. And like, I honestly, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for me, like seeing how far the envelope could be pushed, I definitely wouldn't be where I am as far as mechanical advancement without KurtiZ's influence. So he's definitely one of the greatest legends and probably the most underrated montager of that time and of all time for Halo. So if you liked watching his gameplay, he has super great soundtracks. For me personally, like he used his '06 video has "Take As I Am" by Dream Theater, which is a really, really, really influential song and also a really great song. And I really enjoyed it. So if you liked watching his gameplay here, I hope he doesn't mind me using it. I've linked him to his relevant videos in the description, and I have them available for download, so you can PM me if you want a link to one of those download links. And that's really all there is to it. Just an all-around really solid player doing just really crazy stuff. And another clip that just comes to my mind that will forever be, you can't really beat it. He does the B1 to B2 box jump without exploding the box. So he actually jumps on top of the box and jumps through the window. He gets 2 fucking slice and dices with the swords and then shoots a guy in the head with a sniper rifle for the triple kill at back BR. Like, the dude was so far ahead of his time, I don't think anyone at that point truly appreciated how fucking legit he was. So that's episode 1 of Forgotten Faces. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If there's anything I can do to improve these, make them quicker, anything like that, please leave a comment in the description. Thank you so much for watching. All that dumb shit that people always ask you to do, like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. So have a good one, guys, and thanks for watching. And again, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, etc. Have a good one, guys.